Okay, so no, I haven't been posting and I haven't been answering people's text messages and DMs. And the simple answer is just I've had no energy. I have been getting worse and worse for months. And now it's to the point where August has literally been the worst month. And I'm just going to all these doctors, doing all these labs. I'm still getting no answers. People are asking me, well, what are your symptoms? I'm like, where should I start? There's so many. It all started with COVID back in 2020 when I had it. It messed with my heart, it messed with my brain. Then I had it again in January of this year, 2024. Again, messed up my heart. It gave me high blood pressure too, to the point where I couldn't do anything like daily tasks. I would have to lay down. I was extremely fatigued. So this was earlier this year. I would get heart palpitations, high blood pressure, extreme fatigue, which the first time I had COVID, I had the heart palpitations and I would have to lay down if I'm doing any simple tasks, but I didn't have the high blood pressure. Now it's that, plus I'm having pains in my heart. I'm having pains here in the same exact spot. I'm having pains here on the side. But the worst part is the extreme fatigue every single day. I'll wake up and I have all this motivation, and at first I have all this energy and all these plans, and then literally an hour or two later it just all goes to shit. Like I have to lay down. I'm so tired. I want to sleep. It's like debilitating. I can't get through a day. And if I do make myself go do something like an event, then I have to recover for days and I'm just in bed with no energy. It's like I have to pick one task a day. I'm talking like running errands, like something super simple, because it's literally that debilitating. This video is getting too long. I'm gonna have to make another part. And none of the doctors can figure it out. I've been doing all of these labs and there are a few things that are fluctuating, which I can talk about in a different video if you want. I just had all these questions, but the one that really jumps out is that autoimmunity panel. All of the ANAs are very high, and even that result I had to get myself and pay to go get this test from a website online because my insurance sucks. It's an HMO. You have to get all these referrals, and none of the doctors have figured it out yet. I haven't even seen a specialist, and it's been months. Like even getting an echo with the cardiologist is insane, and I can explain all of it in a different video if you guys really want, because it's a long story. But I've been to all these doctors, done all these labs, and they all say the same thing, that my autoimmunity is kicking in. They're just fighting something, but they don't know what it is. I even went to the ER a couple of times because my heart was really scaring me. It was hurting. And they even had me wear a heart monitor for like a week or so. It fell off, so I'll probably have to redo it. But just basically, I'm not getting any answers. And I don't know if any of you guys have had something similar. Maybe that would help. Leave it in the comments, please. It's been debilitating because I can't work and I can't even do simple chores. If I go to an event to see my friends, then I'm just in bed for days. And it's to the point where like I don't even have energy to post stories. Like I'll be posting stories on here from events or from Mexico, and then I'm just so tired after that. It's like the simplest things, just going to the grocery store, standing in line, like my heart starts racing. I get so much fatigue. I'm out of breath after standing in line for 10 minutes. Like it's not normal. It shouldn't be like this, and none of the doctors have any answers, and it's been getting worse and worse. Okay, another symptom is I'm starting to get like short-term memory loss, which sounds weird, and I've never had this in my life. Usually I'm pretty sharp unless like drinking or something, but literally I would forget the smallest, like simplest things, like the word for something, and I'm like, it's freaking me out. It just freaks me out because I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I've never had that before. And then another one is that I would get tingling. I've had it 3 times now on these fingers and 1 time here, and that's also freaking me out, besides the fact that like I would have the same pain in the same exact spot right here, like randomly, not like a big headache, just randomly be there for a few seconds and go away, and it's always in the same exact spot. Same thing here. I have a pain like right here, and it would just be in the exact same spot, but that one hurts a little bit longer, but it's again like getting more and more frequent when both of those happen. And also it doesn't matter how much I sleep. When I wake up, it's like you're just tired. Your whole body hurts, like everything, like you worked out or you got hit by a truck, like I don't know, and you've slept enough, a few days and everything, and it just constantly is like that. And yes, it do feel better after a few days of rest if like I did an event or something, but you still don't feel good. Like you wake up and you're already tired, and then even though I have the motivation to go and do stuff, get everything done, I get up, start doing stuff, and after like literally an hour or two, I'm just like, I'm done, and it just hits me, and then for the rest of the day, that's it. And the fact is like I want to do stuff, and it's just like physically I just can't, and it just sucks. There are probably other symptoms that I'm just forgetting because I was trying to keep this video short. And living with a chronic illness, like an autoimmune disease, I also had like chronic asthma, allergies my whole life, which I can do another video about all my other symptoms. But like Michaela Peterson said in her Joe Rogan interview, she was like, these people who live with chronic illnesses, they're very sick and they're very desperate. who are trying, different diets and to see if it works, because the medical system failed them. And I feel like one of them, I don't know, every time you go to a doctor, they don't have any answers because you look fine. They're like, I don't know, you look good, you're fine, it'll pass, whatever. And they just don't give you any answers. And then every day you hope that tomorrow you'll be better. You naively think that, oh, you know what, tomorrow, because in your head, I have so much motivation, I want to do this and this and this and this. You're like, yeah, I'm ready, let's do it. And then you wake up in the morning, you're like, yeah, let's go, get up, start doing stuff. And then it just hits you, like, and then suddenly I do my makeup, get ready to film whatever it is, and suddenly just hits you, and you just like, I just want to go to bed and sleep. It's like after an hour or two of doing things, and then it keeps going and it will never end. Like you keep thinking tomorrow will be better, tomorrow will get better, tomorrow will get better, and it just never gets better. It's only getting worse. If anything, because I have less and less energy each day now, it's like I can do less and less tasks each day, and it sucks. It's hard to explain it to doctors or to anyone who hasn't had that before. And before I had the blood test that showed that the autoimmune system was just completely going crazy, before I actually had that physically to show the doctors, which that test, again, I did on my own and I paid for it separately because none of them ordered it. Then they were like, oh wow, there's something happening here. Because before that they were just like, oh, your blood pressure goes up, that's normal, our blood pressure goes up and down throughout the day. I'm like, yeah, I know that. But for me to just stand in line for 10 minutes at the store, or stand microwave something for 5 minutes in my kitchen, and then immediately like I'm out of breath and I have to lay down, my heart is racing, my blood pressure goes up, where to the point where I have to lay down, like that's not normal. And it's not normal for me, and I'm sure it's not normal for anyone, but especially I know my body, and this is not normal, and it's just getting worse and worse to where I can do less and less tasks a day, and they're just kind of dismissing you like, oh, like before I had the blood work. But also, I just wanted to post this because I've had people ask me questions like, what's going on? What are your symptoms? Why aren't you texting back? Are you alive? I'm like, yeah, I'm alive, but I have no energy, okay? And it's only been getting worse and worse, and it feels like I'm slowly dying. I'm not even joking. Like right now I look fine, I'm in a good mood, but it's so debilitating because I'll wake up, I'll be in a good mood, I'll try to do stuff, and then it just hits me where I get so extremely fatigued and tired. I have to lay down or sleep or something, and then for the rest of the day I just lay there, and it's just been getting worse and worse. I don't even know how to explain it. And no, it's not depression, it's physical. I'm physically like fatigued, like everything hurts, like my entire body hurts. Like I've been doing all these exercises, but I haven't been doing anything. It just sucks, and it's like feels like inflammation all over my body, but I don't know what's causing it. And the only thing that helps me is prednisone, which is obviously for inflammation. I've had it before because I have nasal polyps, but that's not something you can take for a long time because it's very bad for your body. In the long run, you can do small little short courses of it, but that's literally the only thing that helps me. Even if I have one, not even like a 10-day course, like even one can get me through the day. But that's the thing, like I can't take it all the time, and if anything, it just masks the problem. It doesn't take care of it. So whatever is causing this, I feel like all of these symptoms I'm getting everywhere are all caused by inflammation, but that's caused by just one thing, and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna try and get better insurance. It's gonna be expensive, but maybe that way I can get some specialists without referrals, and I can get to them and actually do the right tests, whatever those tests may be. Again, the doctors I've seen, they haven't even ordered the right tests. Like none of the tests they ordered have raised any questions except the test that I paid for with a website. Like I had to go through a website to get those answers. But if you guys have an autoimmune disorder, let me know in the comments below. That would really help. Not that everyone has the same one, but it's just, when you see other people having similar issues, because it literally gives you inflammation all over the body. It's hard to explain to people because they look at you and they're like, oh, well, you look fine, you don't look sick. It's hard to explain to people because they look at you and they're like, oh, well, you look fine, you don't look sick, and you feel like shit inside. You're constantly tired and feel like shit. It's hard to explain to people, and it's hard to show them because on the outside you don't look sick. So it's just really, really hard. And the fact that I'm not getting any answers is making it harder. But I remember a video from Michaela Peterson from years ago, and she talks about all the issues that she's had throughout her life, where she was getting different symptoms like joint pain. She had to have her hip replaced and ankle at like 17 or something crazy. She's had like hives, itching, depression, diarrhea, all kinds of stuff her whole entire life. And basically she's now on a diet of just beef because she's allergic to everything. So your body just starts reacting to whatever you put into it. So autoimmune diseases basically is when your body is attacking itself for whatever reason, and you can live a normal life, but you have to figure it out what it is exactly that you have. But all of it comes back to inflammation. literally. I bought a couple of books that I'm gonna read that I can show you. I got them here. This is turning into a long video instead of what I was planning on. So I'm just gonna read these and try to do some research while I'm waiting to get better insurance and to see specialists who can maybe get to the bottom of this soon. Because like I said, I'm just getting worse and worse every day. If you're not familiar with inflammation, basically it's the root cause of a lot of diseases. But if you're interested in health, I would highly suggest watching Michaela's video, because a lot of people don't believe that inflammation causes these diseases, basically. So even though I want to try the elimination diet, it's like I don't know what it is that's causing it. So I literally will wake up in the morning, I'll have so much energy, I'll have something for breakfast, no matter what it is. After that, I just feel tired immediately. It's like I don't know what it is. So it's like I can't just like not eat. And that's another symptom is since last year I've lost a lot of weight, and people would see me, people that know me, and they're like, oh my god, you lost so much weight. Like at first they're like, oh, you look good, but then they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, but it's not on purpose. I'm not losing this weight on purpose, and I don't want to lose any more weight. So it's not like I don't know what to do at this point, but I want some answers. And also what made this whole thing worse is that I got gluten in July, and I've been off gluten since 2018, and it's helped my body heal so much. Like when I would tell people that I'm gluten-free, they're like, oh, what happened? So you just get bloated? I'm like, listen, it's not just bloating. I hurt all over. My muscles hurt everywhere. And they're like, oh wow. I'm like, yeah, but it sucks because you can't see it. I mean, yeah, I do get bloated. And when I got gluten in July, that's what happened. My stomach was huge, and then I started getting inflammation all over my body, and it went on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And it's hard to explain to people if they've never had inflammation, but basically one little piece of cake I had at a pool party, and it caused all of this. I mean, I already had these symptoms before July, but that just aggravated it and made it worse to the point where now August has been like the worst month so far. And at this point, I just want some answers. Anyway, this has went on for way too long, so if you have any questions, leave them down below. And thanks for your help.